Hey guys, welcome back. In this session, we'll be seeing one more example on map method. This time, I'll be taking a real-time example of banking application. Let's say you have a bank called NSK Bank. Okay. So now in a bank, we have 1 lakh customers. We want to, fetch the customer email. Okay. We have to write a code in such a way that, so we need to fetch the, only fetch the customer email. Okay. So what are the classes we needed? So we need three classes. One is the customer class, the other one is customer service class, and the third one is customer client class. So these are the three classes we need it. So the customer class will be having the properties like customer ID, name of the customer, and email ID, and present and permanent address, present and permanent address. All the details of customers will be storing in a customer pojo. Now, in this customer service, we will be writing a logic actually to extract the only email from the customer. And the customer client will be making a call to the customer service. Customer service will be extracting the email from the collection. And what we will be doing is we will offer retrieving the emails. What we are doing, we are giving these email IDs back to the customer client. Let's write a code for this actually. Okay. Let me go and create the first class called customer. Let me go and create the customer class. Customer. Customer. Created the customer. The customer will be having the properties like customer ID, name, email, present address, and permanent address. Okay, you can add the mobile number as well if you want. You can add the mobile number as well. Okay, so let me go and add these properties in a customer class. Okay, so I have the customer ID. So customer ID, it is a integer customer ID, and I'll be having the customer name. Okay, and I'll be having the present address, and I'll be having the permanent address as well. Okay, sorry, it is permanent address. Now I'll be giving the mobile number, long mobile number. Okay. So I have a customer ID, customer name, present address, permanent address, mobile number, and at last we'll be having the email ID, which is a string. Email ID, which is a string. Now for this, I'll be generating the setters and getters. Okay, let me go and generate the setters and getters. What I'll do is instead of generating setters and getters, you can generate setters and getters, no problem in it. Instead of generating the setters, you can use a constructor, and we can after that we can generate the getters actually. Let me generate the constructor. Here I have constructor. So if you are using a, this is the constructor. This is the 6 parameterized constructor. So it will be taking the 6 parameters. Okay. So and let me add the default constructor as well. Customer. Customer. Okay. So this is the default constructor. Now let me go and generate the getters. Now right click on your workspace, click on generate. So select the getters. So you will be generating the getters. Okay. So once you generate the getters, so you are done with this customer class. Okay. So now what you have to do is you have to create a service class. So what are the three classes you need to create? One is the customer class, the other one is customer service, the last one is the customer client. We have created this customer class. Now let's go and create the customer service. So let's go and create the customer service. Where I need to create the customer service? In the business class, I'll be creating the customer service class. Customer service. Customer service. Okay, so in the customer service class, we are going to write a method which will be which will be taking the customer as the param, and using the customer only we will be getting it. From the customer we will be getting the the mail actually. Okay, so now instead of giving the customer, let's say we if we have a lots of customer in a bank, right? Let's take a list of customer. Okay, so now I'll say public. As of now, let's give it a void actually. Um, get all customer email IDs, and you'll be passing the list of customer details. You'll be passing the list of customer details. So these are the customers you have. Let me import this class actually. So let me import this class. Import the class. Now we have imported. Okay, imported the classes. Now import the list as well. Choose the java.util as the package. Now the next thing what you have to do, you have to write a logic. Now you have the list of customers with you. Now what you want to do is you have to get the email ID from all the customers. So you should be writing something like this: customers dot stream through the each customer, and what you have to do is you have to get the email ID from the customer. So map will be taking the customer object, and you should be getting customer dot get email ID. Customer dot get email ID. You should be getting only the email ID, because we only need email IDs from the customers, and we can get these email IDs and we can send a mail to all the customer emails. Okay, so now map will be giving the stream of customer details. Now what I want to do is I want to collect these customers to a list. So that's why I'm saying list. So now I'll be returning this. So what is the return type? I'm returning list. So let's go and write the list over here. List of strings, because email ID is a string only, right? That's why we are saying list of string. Okay, let me maximize the screen. I have maximized it. Okay, so what you have done, you have taken the a method called get all customer email IDs, which will be taking the customers as a parameter. So what you are doing, you are streaming through the customers one by one. So for one customer at a time you are streaming to it, and you will be getting the email ID from the customer, and what you are doing, you are storing into a collection. That's what you are doing it. Okay, that's what you are doing it. Now we have completed both classes, customer class and customer service class. Now let's go and create a class called customer client. So for this, I'll be going and creating a class in the client application package. Go right click and create a Java class. So this is a customer client class. Customer client class. Now the client class will be having a main method, right? So let's add the main method now. So we will be creating the customer service class in the main method, so that we can make a call to the customer service methods. Actually, customer service equals to new customer service. We have injected the customer service in the customer client. Now we have to uh, you know uh, create a collection, and we need to add the multiple customer details to the collection. As of now, what I'll do is I'll be adding only 10 customer details. Okay, so in real time you might be having 1 lakh customers as well. Okay, so but as of now, adding 1 lakh customers, it will be a, like time consuming process. That's why I'm adding only 10 customer details. Okay, now let's go and add the customers. So first let me create a collection of customer. C is a capital. I'll say customers list equals to new linked list. See, always make sure that when you are adding the data, always make sure to use a linked list. When you're retrieving it, array list is the best choice actually. So now let's go and add the customer details one by one. Let's maximize the screen. Okay. So I'll say directly customer list dot add new customer. I'll be using the constructor now. New customer and the customer ID, right? Let me give the customer ID as a one and customer name. All these things you should be adding it one by one. So customer ID, let me go and check here in the customer class. What are the details I have? So customer ID, customer name, present address, permanent address, mobile number, and email ID. Okay. So fine. Let me go and add it over here in the customer client class. Okay. Customer ID we have added. Next, what we have to add? Customer name. For example, let's say uh, Sajjad is the customer and present address it's TPL and permanent it's BLR Bangalore and TPL is my hometown and mobile number I need to add it. So I'll be giving some mobile number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay. So the mobile number I have given and at last what I have to give? I have to give the email ID. Okay. I'll be giving sajja at java to cloud.com. Okay. So this is my mail ID. Okay. So I've given the mail ID. Similar way, I'll be creating the multiple customers actually. So 10 customers I need to create it. Maybe I've created more than that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, more than 10 I have given. 12, 13, 14 customer details we have given. So let's change the name. Sachin. And I'll say Rohit. I'll say Dakat. I'll say Sanjit. I'll say Hayat. I'll say Sufyan. I'll say Ravi. I'll say Sudha. So I'll be giving the random names actually. Okay. So these are some of the names I'm giving it. Okay. So let me give the full name. Okay. My name is Tadalikan. And let me give the other two names as well. And I'll say so. So these are some of the customers actually. So all these customer will be having the same random number. I'll be giving only the mail ID. I'll be changing it. Okay. I'll say this is Sachin at gmail.com and this is Rohit at gmail.com. Okay. So similarly, I'm doing for the others as well. In background, I have added all the customer details now. Okay. So the different email IDs. Now, once it is done, now what I have to do is I have to give this customer details to the a method of customer service. You can see here, we have a method called get all customer email IDs. We will be passing the list of customer details to this method. Okay. So now let's go and pass it. So customer service dot get all customer email IDs and you'll be passing what? Customer list, you'll be passing it. So this will be returning the list of customers. This will be returning the list of customer mail IDs. Okay. So it will be returning the list of mail IDs. Okay. Customer email IDs equals to this. Okay. So now if you want to display this, so you'll be using, for each loop. Okay. So customer email IDs, sorry, customer email IDs dot for each. Okay. So I'll be using system dot out double colon print ln. That's what I'm doing it. Okay. So what we have done, just to quickly recap, we have created a customer class with the customer ID, customer name, present address, permanent address, mobile number, email, and we have generated the setters and getters and the constructor as well. And the next, what we have done, we have created the customer service class. In the customer service class, we have created a method which will be accepting the multiple customers. And what we are doing is with the customers, we are streaming through the customer one by one, and we are getting the email ID and we are storing into the collection, and we are returning the same collection back to the customer client. Okay, so now here the customer client application, we have a main method. Inside main method, we have created a customer service object, and we have created the list. We have created the list of customer, and we have added the customer list to the customer list method actually. Okay, we have added all these customer to the customer list collection. Now what we are doing is we are giving this customer list collection to the get all customer details. We are invoking get all customer details. We are retrieving the customer email IDs, and we are displaying it. That's what we are doing over here. Let's go and run this one. Run as a Java application. Now you will be getting the list of customer IDs. Okay. Okay, I was having one more class called customer services. Now what I'll do is I'll be just, commenting this part. Okay. Now let me run again once again. Let me run as a Java application. Now this time it should, return all the customer email IDs. See, it is written Sajjad at Java to Cloud, and Sachin, Rohit, Sadakar, Sanjay, Hayat, Sufyan, Ravi, Sudha, Obed, SRK, Sajjad at gmail.com, and Mapka, Muskan. All these details, all these customer email IDs we are getting. Okay. So I hope you understood this session. In the next session, we will be learning about the one more topic. Until then, thank you for watching.